when I mean you all cast those on them, didn't you?
They're all
spells.
Wait, say that again.
They're all target self.
Oh, okay.
Was it like an illusion of some kind? I'm sure.
Yeah. So it would be. I mean, it would be whatever you all have, whatever it is. Is it alter self or?
They have disguise self, but
Alter self is the second level version.
Yeah, it'd probably be alter self.
Except like alter other.
Yeah, except alter other.
say they could have just given a scroll of alter other to Corey, and he could have cast it on all of it.
Or a wand. Scroll of alter other, I would have put it in my spell book.
That's what I said. They could have given it to you, and you could have written your spell book and cast it on all of us.
I think it would have been more likely a wand than a bunch of scrolls that are going to be more expensive and expended.
No, Corey would have just would have only needed one scroll, because then he could have expended it to write it in his book.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's true.
All right, so we left off. You all had just gotten arrested. So you all had tried to do the buckler operation of stealing the gauntlet, and Peridot had alerted the authorities. And when you all had showed up, they pretended to have been affected, but once you all had, shown yourselves out into the open, they all sprung up. And you all were pretty overwhelmed. Let's see, I should probably go back to that. So you guys are pretty clearly overwhelmed. You all figured it would be best to not fight it out, because it probably would have cost you your lives.
Yeah, I tried to charm them into moving away so I could jump down the hole, but
You're trying to jump down the hole, like the fiery hole.
The hole that we came out of, that we drilled out of.
Oh, I thought you
were
meant
like blocking it, and I wanted to, and I tried to charm them to moving. And one of them was like, "Yeah, I should probably move," and the other one was like, "Snap the fuck out of it! No, don't move."
Yeah. Okay. So at this point, all the civilians are still asleep. All the goblins are like cowering and stuff. They were caught off guard. A couple of them try to run, and they're smacked with as soon as they get not too far away, or they get shot. So you see a couple of goblins running and getting mowed down pretty handedly.
Okay, so we weren't clapped in chains when we left off.
No, the last thing that happened was you failed to try and do the charm to jump in the hole.
Okay, so I will try something then.
Okay.
I will tell Ramus and Derka to grab hold of me, and then I will cast darkness.
Okay.
Let's do this. I'm terrified.
That'll create a 20-foot emanation for me of magical darkness.
Okay.
And then I will run.
All right.
I can see through it, but they can't.
So
even with dark vision, they have to it'd be a warlock with devil sight to see through it.
Okay. So what is? I'm gonna have to look this up. So it's warlock.
Well, what are you looking up? The devil sight or darkness?
The dark. So is it darkness that you're casting, or is it so it's just like the spell darkness?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, darkness. All right, so it spreads from a point you choose, so it stays stationary.
Right, it's always on my ring.
So it would probably stay stationary. It's not like an object. It's not like
we used to cast light on coins and throw it, And
yeah, it's supposed to be that you can cast it on something and it moves with you. Like if you cast it on yourself, then the darkness moves with you.
I don't think that's a correct reading.
Yeah, no, it does. If the point you choose is an object you are holding or one that isn't being worn or carried, the darkness emanates from the object and moves with it.
Oh, I didn't finish reading it. Okay, no, you are correct then. Yep, no, you're right. Okay, good.
Huh, you can actually cover the darkness by covering the object.
Right. That's why I always have it on my ring so that I can cover it with my other hand and without dismissing it.
Okay.
So it's basically just like anti-light, because that's exactly how light works, except it's like anti that.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, talk amongst yourselves while I figure some mechanics out.
So basically, that's. I mean, we can talk amongst ourselves all we want, but that was my plan. I'm not a genius, so I just decided to cast darkness, knowing I could see through it and tell you guys to hold on and move with me. You guys better be glad I like you, because I was thinking about just doing it and casting Expeditious Retreat and running.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, I need these guys to help me hunt down Peridot, especially Ramus. Derka wants to murder Peridot anyway, so
Yep.
having both of you with me would be good, but they started to catch us.
Derka actually wants to kill someone?
Well, Derka has no problem killing people.
Derka hasn't liked Peridot for a while, then finding out that he just betrayed us.
Martin and I talked about this at the end of last session, that like both of us as players were thinking like, man, I totally want to just murder like Peridot earlier in the session before she had actually fully betrayed us, when she had partially betrayed us.
We just didn't think anybody would back us.
Right. Neither of us thought that we would have any backers, so we didn't say anything. But if we would have whispered to each other, like, Peridot would have been attacked immediately.
Like, as soon as he told me that he had told somebody else about the plan, I was just like, I want to murder him so bad. But after me killing the baby and him having a problem, or killing the child and him having a problem with it and getting everybody else to have a problem with it, I was like, well, they're probably going to be on his side, so I better not be like, oh, I'm going to kill him.
No, I totally thought that something like that was going to happen. I was whispering things to JJ constantly, like, every time something happened, I'd be like, all right, I'm going to be where I can see both Lorcan and Peridot. Like, I got all my things out of the chest at the house, and I had everything with me, so if I had to flee, I wasn't leaving anything behind. I was ready to split.
You know, and it's that damn child that ruined everything. If Billy hadn't solved the child, then Peridot might still be rolling with us. If he hadn't made a big deal about the child to you guys, then I wouldn't have felt like I did something wrong and you guys wouldn't back me. Because like, Derka, I think, because she was kind of indifferent, so I think she, like, I wasn't as concerned about her, but, like, I really wanted Eula and Ramus to back me, and they both at the time were like, you know, killing children is not cool. And so I was like, well, maybe if I'm like, I want to kill Peridot, and they're going to be like, well, killing party members isn't cool.
Okay, so here's a question. I can find it immediately. What are your thoughts on like firing arrows at somebody invisible or into darkness? How did we handle that previously?
If it's targeted, they essentially can't do it.
Well, I mean, they can.
No, they can still guess.
There are rules for it.
Well, no, there's something specifically with darkness. I know they have disadvantage, but there was.
No, I mean they can't be targeted, but they can, you know, fire.
Okay, hey, check this out. If you are blinded as a condition, you can still make attack rolls, but all of your attack rolls that require sight have disadvantage.
Well, I know specifically with darkness they have disadvantage against me, and I have advantage against them because I can see them and they can't see me.
Right, and that's the same thing that blinded would do. So, you know, if they want, I think in previous editions it's been that you have to guess a square that you think somebody is in and fire at that square, and you would still have disadvantage, but only if you were correct about where you were firing.
Well, I mean, they could definitely hit one of us. It's a 20-foot emanation, and there's 3 of us in it. So,
all right. So they
have chances of guessing are going to be pretty good.
Well,
right.
Yeah, especially since there's a reasonable way to assume that one of you's at the center.
All right. So it's a 20-foot emanation. So it's like 20-foot square or 20-foot radius.
Damn, I just had it open. You had to ask since I closed the book.
Darkness is a 15-foot radius.
Darkness is
It's a 15-foot radius.
yeah. Magical darkness spreads from a point you choose within a range of fill a 15-foot radius sphere for the duration. Spreads around the corners. A creature with dark vision can't see through it, and non-magical light can't illuminate it.
Okay, so they are all just going to shoot at the center. A bunch of archers are going to shoot at the center.
I'm terrified.
And so I'm going to say that they have a 50-50 chance to hit you, and then well, this is like for an arrow to possibly hit you, and then they'll roll. So ones are potential hits. Okay. So there's 5 potential hits, and that'll be at disadvantage. So let's see here. Alright, so 5. So I'm gonna roll. Shit, this is gonna be tough. Okay.
Concealment not in the index.
Yeah, they got a horrible index on these books.
Yeah, and then it's like, see this.
Yeah, I want to tell them, like,
It's not
look,
even the one that pops up.
like, look, you could have given me name credit, and I would have written you an index for free that would have been 10 times better than this.
Alright, so here's the archers. This is disadvantage. I have to roll. Okay, so they have. Mother trucker.
Oh, that's why concealment's not. I forgot it's not a thing in 5e anymore. It's only cover.
Well, there is obscured though to add into the mix.
Man, I'm trying to find something. I feel like that I built this combination for the purpose of that they were not supposed to be able to target me.
Well, you're not targeted. You're not targeted by targeted spells. So
Martin,
like,
you just need to hold a stick out in front of you with the ring on the end of the stick, so the center's not you.
Because I mean, if they're always going to be aiming at the center, if everybody's smart enough to know that it's coming from the center, I'm always going to be a target. They just got to roll at a disadvantage.
Well,
Jesus.
Jada gave you 50% as well as disadvantage.
What kind of fucking rolls are those, man?
Wow, those are pretty good disadvantage rolls. Holy crap, JJ.
That's well, I guess what's their bonus? Maybe they have an epic bonus.
4.
Oh.
He rolled 20, 15, 18, 13, 16, 18. It was like all above 15.
Doesn't matter. 2 of those are probably going to be enough to kill me.
alright, so what is your AC, Martin?
12.
Yeah.
That's 4 hits.
It doesn't matter with rolls like that. They're going to kill me.
How many points do you have?
26.
Ah, you'll be fine. Okay.
Oh.
So you guys hear like as a whole bunch of arrows like come flying in, and a bunch of them
Which only Lorcan can see.
hit Lorcan, and she like
Right before they hit me, I'm going to be like, you guys better love me forever.
Is there any way that, like, I could absorb some of those hits?
Can't see them coming, so probably not.
probably
Well,
not.
but just sort of like covering a side or something. I don't know.
That's true. Maybe if you put your shield over our head or something.
And I don't mean like, I'm not saying I protect you totally or you know, I mean like I could take the hits myself. Like we could share the
I mean, most likely that would like you. So you got hit. Like your shield got hit by one of the twos. You know, and
I'm just offering to take an arrow hit. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, I gave a 50% mischance plus disadvantage for 10 archers, so I feel like that's pretty fair.
I think Jonathan was not suggesting like deflecting with a shield, but like jumping in, like when the first one hits him, like jumping in front and like getting hit himself.
Well, most of these people were like ready to fire, and then something happens, they're all like loose, and I would say that one of the ones like hits your armor, but doesn't hurt you, and like it hits your shield and stuff. So that's the one that you blocked. I mean, I don't think you can really block these.
Gotcha.
I used to be a warlock, and then I took an arrow to the knee.
Okay, so now you all can act together.
Run, bitches, run!
So what is the do we have like a picture? Where is the darkness?
15 foot centered on me.
So it would be, hold on.
Actually, you can click on your figure, Martin, and give yourself an aura.
I'm doing
15
it.
feet.
There you go. Wait, actually, no, I can see that.
I was gonna say what?
It's real easy. Bam! Blah.
You made me
Ramos
see it.
has a music.
There you go. All right, go ahead and turn yours. There you go.
Wow. So that covers the hole then too, right?
Yeah.
Is the hole
They're
or is
blocked.
the hole here?
There. I mean, it's between the two guys.
It's like right here.
Yeah.
So I mean, we could potentially jump in it.
Probably.
I mean, if that feels like it's an option, like they're far enough spaced away from it to where like I wouldn't have to shove one of them aside to jump in there, then that would probably be my easiest escape route. But if not, then I'm gonna run a different direction. I mean, looking around, I probably would go between night 3 and 4 and go over this way.
Okay. Yeah. No, you feel that you could jump into it.
All right. Then I'm gonna pull them into the hole.
Okay. So when you jump into the hole, all the darkness, like
Hey, Martin, what race are you again?
Halfling,
Halfling.
Lightfoot halfling.
so.
Okay.
Even
So when
if
you
you had
reached out
dark,
to grab me, I would potentially know it was you.
Well, I told you guys to grab me,
Right.
and I grab you back and like pull you with me as I go to move.
Okay. Okay.
okay, so as they, as you jump in the hole, the light, goes like the darkness goes away, and there's like this like pillar of darkness like shining out of the hole.
No, it goes around. JJ, it goes around corners.
Okay, well, you jump down 10 feet and it like sinks down,
There's a 5-foot bubble of darkness,
Right.
in the hole,
and
which is still enough to envelop the guards right around the hole.
yeah, but these guys aren't dumb, and a bunch of guards jump in on top of you.
Hey, do I get to take an action?
Yeah, I mean, well, you got pulled into a hole, so I'm gonna.
Oh, okay. I can't run away then at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can
Okay.
like jump down into the hole
Okay.
and then like also take your full move, but you'd be able
Right.
to do stuff.
I also
Just
can't
do
see
an act.
anything
I mean,
down
I was
here.
just
So.
moving.
Yeah.
So
I can't see anything down here now.
Like
So
you
jump
can
in the hole?
cast a spell, like sleep,
Not if I'm falling into a hole.
falling.
I'm imagining that I'm falling into the hole and I am attempting to like not fall on my face and
Yeah,
know,
so
et
Martin's
cetera,
the
et
only one
cetera.
that. Martin's the only, wait, I got the connection to server interrupted.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
wouldn't worry about it.
So actually, yeah, Ramos, you guys just like get pulled into the hole, and you can't see anything. So make an acrobatics check.
Just auto fail it probably. Yeah.
Okay. So, Derka, you are prone, and Ramus, you are able, like, you realize enough what's happening and are able to, like, jump down vertically and just kind of, like, just be ready for impact, even though you can't see.
Mhm.
And are able to, kind of like, whoa, all right, I got this, and stay standing. Okay. So, I guess, Corey, you could stand up, I guess. But that would...
Sure.
Stand up.
I stand up.
Okay.
I stand up and I guess try to like plaster myself against a wall so I at least know where I am.
All right. So, well, I would say falling into the hole and then standing up is probably most of what you would be able to do. Because what does standing up cost you? Half your movement?
15 feet.
Is it 15 or just half?
It's half your movement.
Half, yeah.
If you have a really fast movement, it just takes you a lot longer to stand up.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I'll have to check that.
Well, it's not so much longer. It's that it takes you 1.5 seconds no matter how fast you could have gone in that time.
Right.
True. Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I guess I use the rest of my movement just to blast myself against the wall. Then whatever.
Okay. So there is going to be 2 guards that just jump down the hole.
I also say, what the fuck?
Yeah. Okay.
I see them jump down, so I'll be yelling out, "Sleep! Sleep!"
Okay. So they jump down the hole and. Oh man, let's see. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, this is gonna be really hilarious.
Divine interesting. Oh my god, we're gonna die.
All right. Everyone down there make. Well, no shit. Because you guys are just too passive. Martin, since you're the only one that can see, make a acrobatics check.
This is gonna be amusing.
Woo! Pretty music.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That's a natural 20 for a 20.
Okay, so they jump down, Martin, and you see them. They're they're just they're like swinging about, trying to find you guys.
Okay.
Okay. But they can't. They don't find anybody. So now it's you all get to decide what you all are doing.
I already yelled out what they should do, but I don't know if you want me to go or them to go first, or
I mean, just go real time, I guess, if you want to. Like, all your actions are pretty going to happen at the same time.
okay.
I'm going
to full out run. But I'm yelling sleep again as I do so. So if it's real time, you guys can either wait until I move away to do something so that you can see, or you can just run.
I can't run in total darkness. I'm gonna hit a wall. It's just.
Well, it depends on whether or not you let go of me.
Well, that was the other part. Yeah.
I think if you're in total darkness, but you're holding on to somebody you can see, it becomes that team building game of how much you trust your teammates.
Well, you guys also jumped down a hole 10 feet.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that you all would have had to let go to be able to maintain standing and.
Yeah, I didn't hold on. I'm gonna try instead of sleep. I'm gonna try charm person. How many? Just 2 guards?
Okay, so you cannot target anyone.
Wait, are there 2 guards?
You can't tell how many guards there are.
Well, ha.
Oh.
I know there's 2 guards, and I didn't call it out. I just said, sleep, sleep.
Right, so I can't see them because Martin hasn't run away yet.
Correct.
Yeah, it's real time, though.
I'm gonna wait for Martin to run away first.
Okay. Alright, so Martin, you're running away?
Yeah, you hear like Scooby-Doo noises, and I take off.
Alright. So Martin takes off, and as Martin takes off, the guards see Ramos and Eula.
No, Ramos and Derka.
Ramos and Derka, yeah, sorry.
There she is.
WTF?
So I'm gonna cast Charm Person on them and see what happens.
Okay.
So they have DC. Shit, what's my DC now? I guess it doesn't go up 13. So sure, yeah.
You can target 2 people with that?
I can if I cast it as a 2nd level spell. Yep.
Nice.
Give me 1 second to find there.
Could have hexed one of you for you, Derka, if you'd said something. But to be honest, I probably wouldn't have done it. I'm not going to use my second. I'm not going to use my second spell for the day. My last spell of the day on hex.
And spend less time running away.
Yeah. I just have to decide at this point whether or not, when I notice that you guys don't follow, if I'm actually going to turn around and shoot from the darkness to cover you guys, or if I'm just going to be like, well, I gave them a chance. I told them to sleep. They didn't listen. I ran.
You gotta be kidding me.
So
John, do you still have that link to those NPCs? Because I sent myself an email with it's like NPC sheets, and I clicked to it, and there's an email that says NPC sheets and no link.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not in the ... Check. Did you expand the ... on your email? Like in the signature area?
There's no ... It just looks like I'm an idiot. And didn't
Yeah, he
save
sent an
one.
email to himself, not forward it from and sent.
Huh.
It would be easier if you could pin down roughly when I sent it.
I think it was actually in a chat, and then
I know it was in a chat. That was
shit. I have no clue, man. Okay,
If it was in a chat, go to Gmail and you can search for it.
well that's what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
But like,
I meant Gmail.
here it is. Got it.
So I put my hands up like and I cast the spell, like do my little like and I'm like, I had nothing to do with this, clearly.
So you're casting charm and saying that?
Yeah.
Dick.
Like Charm Person just makes me a friendly acquaintance. As long as I'm not fighting them, they just basically make a Wisdom DC 13, and if they fail, then they treat me as a friendly acquaintance. I'm trying to be the friendly acquaintance, innocent bystander. Clearly, I had nothing to do with this.
I just fell in a hole.
Man, we've got to get our DCs up.
So it's a wisdom, you say?
Yeah.
Man, that's unfortunate.
Not right now, Percy.
What? Lorcon.
You were clicked on me.
Okay, so 15 is the one. And are you trying both of them or just one?
They have a +4 Wisdom.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Yeah, both of
I
them.
said it was unfortunate. Not unfortunate for him, for us.
That's a fucking knight with +4
Yeah,
wisdom.
A knight with an 18 wisdom.
That's a badass knight.
They are not fighters.
Oh,
So
shit.
I say like, I'm clearly not part of this. You can just come back to me later.
They're like, freeze! Don't fucking move!
Had your chance, Derka.
Hey, one of them at least is nice to me.
And Ramos, are you gonna run?
That's right. I'm full speed. I'm not small.
Smart.
All right,
That's
so
what my second spell was going to be, was Expedience Retreat.
we'll say that there is a 50% chance that one of them fell next to you. So on a 1, they are next to you. Okay, so they didn't. So you're clear and free to run.
Running.
We'll miss you, Derka.
It's funny, the one who didn't want to get captured.
I know.
She had her chance. I called out sleep that required no save. She decided to go with the spell that took a save.
Okay,
Martin, if you
Derka.
cast that immediately, it probably would have been you who went to sleep because you have the lowest HP.
Do what?
You have the lowest HP right now.
Nah,
so
but magic
wouldn't-
is magical and doesn't hit your friends.
I think you have to take there's a sorcerer's ability for that. I don't think you get to do that automatically.
No, dude, sleep doesn't automatically go for the lowest person, because what if your buddy's got it?
No, it goes for lowest
It's
HP.
supposed to be, because there's like a joke online of that, like wizards now always make sure they have a basket of kittens with them so they can't be put asleep.
Yep.
Yeah, sleep targets the lowest HP in range first and goes ascending order.
In the old editions, it also did the same thing, but it never put your friends to sleep that I'm aware of, Joe. I was assumed it was the magical, friend foe. It's not a fireball; it's sleep.
Right.
It doesn't matter. I didn't cast it.
We'll cross that bridge. But most
Yeah,
likely.
cross the bridge when we come to it.
We've put people to sleep before, and we probably had less HP than them. You know?
Well,
But in a big enough area, I can target it safely.
Yeah, he was going to indiscriminately throw it up in the
Yeah.
in the
It's
darkness.
a 20-foot radius from a point that he can target way out there.
Yeah,
So
it
it's
doesn't
only
say
an
anything
issue-
about friendlies not being affected. It just says creatures.
Yep. So anyway, one of them is at least friendly to me. Is the
Yeah.
other one going to stay with me or chase them?
So the other one is
Or are
chasing
they
them.
both going to run away from me?
So one of them is going to chase the other one. 2 more knights jump down in the hole,
Aww.
and so the one knight tells you to put your hands on your head, and he throws you on the ground and has his knee on you and his hammer in the air. And the other
Resist that, Derka.
so,
Can't do that to you.
so he's just
I'm
waiting
not
there.
suicidal.
And the other 3 are chasing Ramus and the darkness.
So is the one that stayed near me the friendly one or not? I'm guessing not, based on his behavior.
What do you mean the friendly one?
One of them is charmed.
Oh, one of them is charmed, so he's probably not the one because he said, "Don't fucking move." Yeah, so he's like, "Oh, you got her? All right, cool. I'll get these assholes."
He's probably more like, she probably didn't have anything to do with this, but I'm going to go this way. The other one's like, he's out of his fucking mind. I saw you. You were up there.
She, by the way, I'm a goblin, not a she.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's why they're like, "No, we don't give a fuck about these guys because you guys are goblins."
That's why I want to get away. If I could just get away
Yeah,
long enough for the illusion to wear off.
Do I look
Because
like a
if you were
goblin?
gnomes or halflings, that would totally be a different story.
I mean, right now, they might indiscriminately kill you.
So it's just total absolute not caring for the goblins, whereas it'd just be whatever.
Yeah, so.
I would
Anyways,
feel bad if the halflings or the gnomes died.
all right, so I guess we're gonna play out the chase scene with Martin and with Lorcan and Ramus and
And unless they're super fast, they're not catching me. I used my last round to full out run.
well, right, but you're in a goblin tunnel, and there's one tunnel.
Aren't you slower than them though, Martin?
Yeah, but by 5 feet, but I'm full out running, and they haven't had a turn to full out run yet, so I'm already 100 feet ahead of them.
All right, Ramus, do you have dark vision?
Nope.
So how are you running actually? And how are these guys running?
Where?
I'm gonna say,
That's
yeah,
gonna be the issue.
you're
Does
gonna use
Lorcan
it
have dark
against
vision?
use it to you too.
Lorcan, do you have dark vision?
Yeah, that was
Right.
the whole reason why I cast darkness.
Well, I imagine at the beginning when I took off, there was light.
Yeah, so there's a light coming down from it, so you take off down the tunnel. So
I imagine it involves reckless endangerment and holding the wall as you go and praying.
right, okay,
You don't run
so
into another one.
all right, so we're gonna roll this out. So you can hear them behind you. They're stumbling just as much as you are, and when there's a turn in the wall, they smack their head and shit.
It does say excellent memory for maps and geography and can always recall the general layout of terrain, sediments, and other features around you. So that's my background there. Just want
All right, so you will have advantage on the first roll.
What is the roll?
So it is going to be perception to see like how. So you're just trying, like, you have your hand against the wall and you're
Right.
trying to, like, you know, use like your feet quickly and stuff, but you remember that that at this area the you know, it's kind of flat, but there's like, you know, there was like a big boulder that you remember like coming in, so you can accurately predict this close, but you know, later on as you get farther away, it's going to be harder to predict right where you're at.
Yeah.
Okay. So roll a perception check to see. Well, I don't know if that's the best one. Shit.
You bitch. These are good rolls.
All right, no, that's, you rolled it. We're good. We're keeping that. Okay. So yeah, you're able to.
I can roll athletics too later
No,
next time.
you're able to move at full speed. Let's see.
You could always change what it is each time. Then there was the gap. You got to use acrobatics to jump that shit. Actually, you just freaking jump your strength now. It's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you hear behind you like one of the guys, like, you know, stubs his toe on that big ass rock that you remembered, and like falls on the ground. But the other two, like you can hear them like stepping over him. So go ahead and roll another one.
You still want perception, or you want something else?
Yeah, because you're just trying to like you're just trying to have your hand on the wall, and you're like trying to move your feet out in front of you. So ultimately what I'm doing is, if you roll well, you like move forward fast, but if you roll shitty, you move slowly. Okay, that is good. Okay, so you are, alright, so yeah, you keep moving up, but you hear like the two guys are like still close, they're like still close behind you, so they are able to successfully navigate the path as well. So go ahead and do one more. Alright, sweet. Oh my gosh. These guys got a 19 to 20 roll. Like, I'm rolling like boss tonight, dude. Okay, but it doesn't matter too much because you are able to, you get to a point where you can like feel that the wall like turns really sharply, and you remember that at this point that it was like a three-way split. So you can choose, you know, 1, 2, or 3, you know, left, forward, or right.
Do I know which way the correct way back towards Goblin Base is, or I'm just
back
curious?
towards Goblin Base, roll. Normally I would just do passes, but this is like kind of important.
It doesn't necessarily mean I'd even take that way if it was
Right,
straight.
but you'd probably know. Yeah, I mean you have a specific memory.
My
for-
leaning is to go left, just because I'd like to like not go straight, so that if they don't know it diverts, one of them will hopefully keep going. And
Okay. Right.
But-
Okay. So you go left. You keep going down. You hear these guys are like, oh shit, my mic cut out. So you hear them. They're like, fuck, it's a you know, three-way split. Where are we gonna go, man? And this guy's like, I don't know. I'll go. And so it's gonna be 1, 2, 3 is left, forward, right.
Did I need to choose which one I went down?
You can go wherever you want. I'm assuming you're gone. Like, you're able to successfully navigate.
I was going to say, my next turn, I was going to cast Expeditious Retreat, and then I was going to full-out run after that, so that was going to be pretty tough to get.
All right, 1. So he goes left.
Ah, bitch.
All right, so there's like only one guy behind you now.
You can take him.
So roll another perception.
Oh. Yep.
Okay. So you slow down as you kind of like, bang your head on something, but you also hear the asshole behind you like bang his head on something. Let's see. So
I need some of those steel balls you have, Joe, to throw on the ground behind me.
yeah, that would be good. So actually, roll a stealth check.
I'm disadvantaged on stealth.
Why is that? It's because of your armor?
Because of the armor, yeah. How could I open the bear trap and set it on the ground behind me in one turn? Like take it out,
I would say
open
so.
it, and just drop it? Like I don't expect to pin it to the wall, but if he's chasing me and suddenly he's got a bear trap on his leg, he might change his mind.
Yeah, no, like your free interaction would be to like, pull it out of your bag, and then you can take your action to like set it.
Yeah.
And you still have your move action. So
Okay, that's what I want to do.
Okay, yep. And we'll say there is a 90% chance that he hits it. Because it's a pretty tight corridor. So less than a 90. He steps on it. And he steps on it. And he like falls to the ground. It like clamps on his leg really well. And he's laying there yelling, and you can hear his buddy like, trying to get to him, but you are able to, get way far away. Like they stop chasing. They like stop chasing you. So you're able to like move way past them. So at this point, we're pretty much out of turns. Like they're like way far back. Derka, like it's pretty serious. Like but a couple much more guards are like flowing down the.
Oh, okay.
They're like flowing.
I tried.
Time to use the ring and turn into a bird again and fly.
That would be hilarious.
So yeah, there's like a whole bunch of guards like flowing down into the caves now, and they have like torches and. It's pretty like serious now. Like you can tell that they're doing like a full scale, like they're gonna go in here and clear this place out. But about that point, they throw some like manticles on you behind your back, like strip you down of all your stuff except for your clothes. So unless you have anything hidden on you,
no. I mean,
no. All that stuff is in is in custody.
Okay.
Man, I honestly did not expect you all to get away.
I didn't expect we were going to have a chance, but for some reason I had in my head that we had gotten manacled at the end of last session. I was like, fuck, I mean, there's nothing we can do.
No, I mean, I was always going to give you a chance to react. Okay, so, well, there goes my plan. I'm going to have to add.
See, did I tell you, Corey? I told Corey when you walked away, I was like, I don't know that we're going to get away. I'm pretty sure JJ wants us to go to prison, and he's probably got everything written up for us to go to prison. So if we get away, it's going to kind of railroad him.
No, that's cool.
I mean, I'm in prison.
Yeah, so Corey's going to be in prison. So
Don't drop the soap, Derka.
Which is funny because it's the one person that didn't want to go the most.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now I have 3 people on their well, 4 people, including the Goblin Druid, on their own.
Well, we
Well,
might
actually,
run
all
into
5 of
Goblin
you.
Druid.
None of you are together. I am just going to say that Lorcan and Ramus like end up at the same exit, like by happenstance running into each other. Like, you know, Lorcan like sees like somebody like fumbling through the dark, you know, down in the tunnel, and you recognize that it's Ramus.
Yeah, I'll just go grab him and like tell him to like duck down and like whatever we have, like an alcove or something like that.
Okay.
I lost my bear trap.
You're still here.
All right. So where are you two going to go? Like where are you going from here? So you're still in the Goblin Cave. You can hear in the Goblin tunnels that there's like, you know, search parties. Like they're starting to clear the Goblin tunnels.
I'd still be hauling ass to get back to the Goblin like camp.
Are there still magic rocks that block shit?
In
they would
the
need a word
entrances
to
and
get
exits, yes, there would be.
So yeah, so I would get back into the Goblin camp. I wouldn't necessarily assume they couldn't get past the wards, but I don't want to rely on them.
So you also know that it's an open tunnel to the Goblin camp, so they're going to get there, you know, in the next, next short period. But you feel like you have some time, but not.
How many goblins left the area, like for this event?
I would say about 1/3 of them.
I'll be right back.
So there are still goblins around, and they're like, champions, champions.
I would warn them. Like, it's not necessarily a good thing. It's just if they're running around in pandemonium, it'll distract from us. So I'd probably come in there and be like, we got knights on our tail. Somebody, I'm gonna be like, that Parano motherfucker ratted us out.
Okay. So you can tell that like a couple goblins like look at you like confused, like, but then they're like slowly registering, and they're like, knights in the tunnels?
Yes. That was the reaction I was looking for.
And
All right. So then we'll head over to the market, and if anyone like runs away and leaves shit behind, we'll steal it.
yeah, so
That
it's
was
just like
actually in the back of my mind as well, but I wanted to see also if I could find the mage that does the wards or whatever. I swear to God, if it turns out to be Billy, that's gonna be hilarious.
Nope. Okay. So you guys go out. So let's say you go to the market. It's like pandemonium. Everybody's like, you know, running through. Everybody's looting everything.
Okay.
All
I
the
kinda assumed
goblins.
that too.
All the goblins have like armfuls of stuff. Like none of it's their stuff. They're only running with other people's stuff.
Chaotic goblin.
Yeah, goblins are like just like slicing each other down for stuff. Like it's pandemonium. You all get, you know, sliced a time or two.
Damn it, that might kill me.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, so you're all right, Martin. So throughout all this, you're gonna take.
I'd be protecting him with my shield.
I have 4 hit points, so.
All right, so they're slashing. Ramus like kills like 4 or 5 goblins who are like attacking you for like your you know, cool outfit and stuff, and all this.
I never dismissed the darkness. I was just covering up the ring. But if I pass out, it's concentration only. So when I pass out, that would get rid of the darkness.
Okay, but it's light. It's light in here. So Ramus, you'll be able to see. Ramus, do you? Shit, I forgot how to stabilize. Can you stabilize people with the heal check? Like there is no heal anymore. But how did we?
How long do temporary hit points last? Just curious.
From what?
From an ability that gives temporary hit points.
So like from fighter.
Yeah.
I have to look at it. Does it not? Does it not say?
I don't have the book in front of me right now.
Let's see. Also,
If I
Rama
regain any hit points at all, I become conscious.
How did you lose all your hit points? What did I miss?
Arrows.
I took 22 points of arrows,
Ramos, you also take 5
and I only
damage.
have 26 hit points since some
No, I
goblins
don't.
tried to stab me.
Take.
But Ramos, you killed like at least 5 or 6 goblins like that were trying to.
I
stuff.
take
Like what, 3 or something? Don't you have like DR?
minus 3.
Okay,
And I parry 4. No damage. Fuck
No
off.
damage.
You can use your action to administer first aid to an unconscious creature and attempt to stabilize it, which requires a DC 10 Wisdom Medicine check.
All right, but I think he's trying to give you the temporary hit points just to probably get you out of the situation. What is it? John? Rally. And that's under
Fighter.
Is that under a martial type?
No, it's under my. It's specific. It's to.
It's a maneuver or whatever.
Yeah, it's a maneuver.
So it's under Battle Master. Rally, once your turn, you
okay.
can use bonus action to expend 1 superiority dice to bolster the resolve of your companions. When you do so, choose a friendly creature who can hear you. That creature gains temporary hit points equal to the superiority die roll plus your charisma.
Wow, it doesn't say how long it lasts. That's
Yeah, I figured it was sort of like an encounter power, kind of like.
yeah. We're just gonna go with encounter for now until we figure it out. So if you do that, Martin,
Yeah. There we go.
All right, so Martin, you have 4 temporary hit points, but you.
No, he's got 5.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, 5 hit points. So you're still up and are able to move about, but you know that you're are gonna need to get some treatment.
Okay. I don't know where to get that.
I mean, I got a +4 to wisdom.
All right, so you get to the
Rolls.
market and it's pretty looted. The fortune teller lady's there. Her stuff's not touched at anything, and she's like, "Can I tell you your fortune?"
Unless it says otherwise, temporary hit points last until you do a long rest.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Oh,
Wow.
sweet. Well,
That's
as long
pretty
as I
good
get
then.
more damage, I'll be okay.
That's pretty strong then.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Martin, or Lorcan, you get to the market, and then there's the lady there who is all her stuff's untouched, and she's like, "I will tell you your fortune for a gold."
I don't even have any gold if I wanted to entertain her, so I'm just gonna be like, no time, old lady, run!
She's like, "Okay, thank you." All right, so then you guys are gonna go and try and find the wizard.
That's what Martin wants to do.
All right,
If it's possible, I'm not going to spend a lot of time about it.
all right. So you ask the first person that you see, and you're like, "Where's the fucking wizard?" And they point that way. And so you keep going that way, and you go down this corridor, and you kind of get to this place where it's it's more ornate fixtures for the torches on the wall. And then you enter, you come to this door, and it's kind of like bones and stuff, and a little more ornate. And you start smelling sulfur and stuff. And
Awesome.
you open the door, and you see a couple goblins in there, and they're all kind of they're kind of dismayed. They're kind of out of it, and you see this hole in the ground. That's kind of what the demon or the Goblin King, when he turned into the demon, and he sucked back down into hell.
Was he a demon or a devil?
Like a devil.
Okay.
He was a demon. I can't remember which one's.
I would think devil because they're lawful.
Yeah,
So
no, he was a devil.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a hole in the ground, and it looks very similar to the one that you saw when the other guy got sucked into the ground. And there's a couple other goblins in here standing around some pots. You know, some they look like big pots with fires under them, and you know, alligator tails and rat eyeballs. And
I'm gonna tell all of them. There's
Frog
guards from there's top dwellers on their way. You need to run.
All right, there is one goblin in here.
I don't give you what you want.
So I wish I had a. So since you guys railroaded me, this is my way of introducing Billy. I was gonna have this like a little more epic like way to introduce Billy so that he would be more introduced into the group.
You're a smelly bunch, aren't you?
But Billy, you know, we're gonna say that you know like a secret way out of here.
Okay.
And then you like tell them that you like can like a secret way that's not on the map to get out of here.
Oh, if you greedy fucks want out of here, you better follow me.
Meta, I want to follow him because it's Billy.
Do it, damn it!
My character was thinking, I don't trust any of you goblin fucks. Get the hell out. I'll get myself out.
So,
Suit yourself, but I think you'll find if you go that way, you'll run into a spike trap. And if you go that way, you're going to run into the guards. And if you go that way, there's a nasty crocodile.
All right, grab everything important. Let's go.
All right, so
Let's go like, this is Sparta, and kick him down the demon hole. Get a new character.
Shit, man.
That would be
Turn
pretty
into the new
amazing.
thing.
I would feel bad for Billy, but that'd be pretty amazing.
I worked up a Cockney accent, you bitches.
all right, so yeah, Billy, what are you gonna name your new character?
Nash.
Nash, nice.
G-N-A-S-H. Like,
Okay.
not the bridges.
So Nash is able to. He's like, you know, all right, you fucks, if you want something valuable, pick that out and pick that out and pick that out. And he like tells you like points to like 3 things for you all to like grab.
Sweet, have it.
So you guys can tell that he's like legit and cool because he just like pointed out like all the valuable stuff for you all to steal on your exit. And all the other goblin casters are kind of like, you know, kind of like dismayed and confused. They're like, what the fuck just happened? Our leader, our, you know, teacher just turned into a devil and, you know, got sucked down into hell, and it's like crazy, man. We're like freaking out, dude. And Nash like goes over and like punches one.
Hippie goblin casters.
Yeah, goblin casters.
Hippie.
Nash goes over and like, you know, I don't know what Nash's personality is. Would he like punch one of them for being a sissy, or is he just like
About right.
like what? Yeah,
Oh,
describe us. What's Nash's personality?
Cool.
What's Nash's personality, Billy?
Oh, I would say belligerent, you know, a little distrustful, boastful, and violent.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
so some of these other goblins is being a pussy. Are you going to say something?
Yeah,
Punch them, or wait, say something, punch them, or stab them?
a little each.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
Each
so,
one gets one of his picking. He punches one, he stabs one, and yells at the other.
all right. So you guys know that Nash is legit, and
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be like, we're gonna be great friends.
all right. So Nash shows you all the secret way out. So Nash thinks that you all are goblins still.
Oh, yeah. Goblin life, right?
So yeah, Nash shows you all the secret exit up to the surface.
I'll show him where the house is. Like, we have a house over this way.
All right, cool. All right.
Even though we're goblins, and he might be like, "What? You have a house on topside?" I'm not. My goal is to get the fuck out where we don't get like seen. So as soon as we come up topside, I'm like, "Let's go to the house."
All right. So
See goblins going to the.
all right. So it's still in the middle of the day.
How long is Nash? How long does this spell they put on us to make us look like goblins? So obviously, I'm revealing myself to not be a goblin. I'm like, how long does this spell that makes us look like a goblins last?
All right. So Nash, you would know that they are the actual the small people that that they are the people
Champions,
that were the champions that were altered to look like goblins.
Oh, you fooled me eyes, but not me nose. I knew you was uplanders. I don't really, but I claim to.
All right. So yeah, you can tell that you guys have gotten. You end up out at District 9. That's like
okay. So it does come out in the city. I was going to ask if it came out outside the city or in the city.
Okay, yeah, no, it's definitely in the city, and you can tell, like, that, like, in the movie when the bad guy's walking away from the crime scene, all the cops, like, rush into the crime scene, and they're, like, totally ignoring everything that's going on around, like, outside the crime scene.
Yeah.
So, like, guards are, like, brushing past you all, but you all, like, have your always, like, cut up and are, like, kind of, like, sticking, to the edges, to the periphery, and you're able to, make it to the house where Eula is there, like flipping out.
So you see 3 goblins come walking in.
I told JJ I would have had the doors locked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do our doors have locks?
Yeah. No, it's a normal place.
Okay,
Oh,
but I have the keys since I killed the previous owner.
Lorcan does have the keys. Because I told
So I unlock it and come inside.
Hey, get out!
I'll be like, chill pedals, it's me.
Oh, you have no idea what just happened.
You have no idea what just happened.
Look,
I don't know how you got away, but
it was all Perido's fault. I tried to kill her. She got away.
Don't worry. Rama's here, best tracker in the world. He'll find her.
Okay, I can show you which side of town she left on. She was trying to get me to come with her, and I tried to stab her in the back. Didn't work.
I'm going to look at myself and then look around. Like, we have to not look like this before we go anywhere.
Right.
I'll point at the Billy's character and be like, "This is Nash, by the way. He's cool.
Nash, that's your service."
He helped us loot a couple of the goblins and showed us the secret passage out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds legit.
I'm going to be doing this
goblin
accent
who didn't
the
try to
whole
stab us
time.
on our way out.
Wait, where's Derka?
Well, she doesn't know how to follow instructions, and so she got left behind
Okay, left behind where?
in a hole with some guards.
Oh, that's not good.
She's probably either dead or going to jail. I told her to put him to sleep, which in retrospect was probably a bad idea because I probably would have fallen asleep first. But she didn't do that, and she didn't run. So Ramos and we ran in darkness and managed to get away.
Well, I mean, now that I've got back up here, I didn't know what to do yet, but since you guys are here, we should maybe think about rescuing Derka, because if we don't, she could totally rat out our hiding place here and we'd lose the house.
I don't think she would do that, but I wasn't planning on leaving her to rot either, because she has a deep-seated hatred for Peridot as well, and we need all of the Peridot hatred that we can get.
I already hate her, and I've only heard the story.
Well, I mean, actually, Peridot, so Nash would believe that Peridot is pretty much the reason that, like, you had a house underneath that, like, guards are raiding, and you had all this stuff that you had to leave behind, and your, teacher, like, totally abandoned you all for, nine hells, and, you know. So you'd be pissed that like, you know, your status quo is changing too.
I'll personally slit her throat myself.
I like your style.
Well,
I'll be like,
tell you what.
Petals, I don't know how long this spell thing that makes us look like goblins is going to last. So maybe while we like are waiting this off and waiting for things to cool down, since you're not really implicated in any of this, maybe you should go. How did you get away?
Yeah, so that's the thing. I swear this was all Peridot's fault. We were about to go in and rob the place, and then all of a sudden she tells me that if we go through with it, I'm going to be hunted down and killed, and that she's going to go turn herself in, and if I don't do that, they're going to come after me. But if I turn myself in, that she got me an out. So I wouldn't have done it if it weren't for Grandlot. Grandlot's my guard friend. I figured if worst came to worst, he could help me get out. So I guess Peridot thought that I was going to be okay with the whole thing. We did get out. The guards released us. They just kind of held us for a little bit. And that's when I tried to stab her in the back. She left. You know, I'll say which gate she left through. But yeah, it didn't work out. So I ran away, came back here, locked the doors, and I was trying to decide what to do next. But so yeah, while you guys are waiting to turn back into regular shapes, I could go talk to Grandlot and try to find out what's going to happen to Derka, so we can make a plan.
Yeah, I feel pretty confident that you wouldn't betray at least me. So I would believe whatever story you told, but it's up to the rest whether they would believe it. But since you and I have history, I would tend to believe that you wouldn't rat me out. Plus, you had a lot to gain in our heist going through with it, and we didn't go through with it. So
Right.
All right, so we'll switch to Derka now. So you're in manticles, you know, behind your back and stuff, and there's like guards, like a shit ton of guards around you. And these are like guards you like have never seen before. Like they have, you know, like they have like a 1 on their shoulder, which you would believe to like they're like
District 1.
like they are, you know, important dudes, and like, you know, it's like shiny and stuff. So they like put you in a they cover, like put a hood over your head and like tie it and like put a gag in your mouth and, you know, manacle your hands and stuff, and you know, hear some like horses like clopping up, and, you know, you're put in the back of a wagon and you're like drug off, you know, for, you know, quite a ways, and you know, for you're being carted away for a while. You are getting ready to.
Am I with? There's a bunch of other goblins as well.
Yeah, so you're practically in a in like a, you know, just a wagon full of goblins, but everybody's gagged and, you know, bound and stuff, and so you're eventually dragged out of the wagon, and your hood is taken off, and, you know, you can see that they have rounded up, you know, 50, 60 goblins, and you're outside the city by now. So you're in the wagon for a while. So you're outside the city.
oh wow,
And
a deep grave.
so you can see that, you know, all the goblins are lined up, and, you know, just, you know, and there's like shit tons of guards around you. You are like, there's fucking no way. And you're like still bound and gagged, and they are like they just like start like fucking hacking at like the front of the line of the goblins. You can see it's like coming down to you.
They're just like murdering goblins.
Yeah, just like mercilessly.
JJ, are you ad-libbing this, or is this always your plan if we got caught?
This was planned.
Okay, I was just curious if you actually just decided not to go through with the prison since only one was going, or...
Oh, no. Derka's going to prison. All right. So yeah, they're
Derka,
like
when she sees that, she probably starts laughing. Like
Okay.
twisted laughing.
Like just like fuck it, this is it. Just like
Yeah, it's like fuck it, this is it. Like she probably just like leans down and just starts like cackling like through her
Okay.
gag.
So like you're doing that, and they're like 15 goblins away from you, and like you realize that you start to change back into like a gnome or a
No.
gnome? Yeah. So you're like change back into a gnome, and the guards are like, what the fuck is this? She's not a goblin. And they like pull you out of line, and, like put the hood back on you and like throw you down, but you can hear just like goblins after goblins like being murdered, and they're all like, no, kill us, and like half of them are gagged, and you can just like
I'm still laughing, cackling, and
I feel
Like,
bad for these goblins.
like the goblins are just getting like they're not even given a trial, not like anything. They're just like taken out like outside the city and just like killed, and like you're laying there, like they throw you back in the wagon, and you can eventually start smelling that they're just like burning the bodies, like they just iced like 50, 60 goblins. Didn't think
Martin
twice
feels
about
sad
it.
for the goblins, but Lorcan wants to know where she can get this job.
Yeah, Derka has a newfound respect for the guards.
So yeah, and then they start wheeling you, like the wagon starts going back, and I mean it's like 45 minute 45-minute ride in the wagon. So you're like going, and then you realize you're being like carried for a while, and then like forced to walk for a while, and you go down endless amounts of steps, like just like you can't even count how many floors you're down. And then your hood is removed, and then this is what you see. So it's pretty much what you see. It's like a square dungeon. Like you can look up and you see like kind of like there's like a reddish light. It's like really fucking hot. It's kind of like a cave. You can tell that like the walls are like really high, and then there are these like each one of these are like iron bars, and then there's like all kinds of like crazy people in them. There's like an important dude looking here, and they like bring you over here and like throw you in one of the cells.
And you meet a raccoon that tells you he has a plan.
Yeah.
Yes. You're gonna.
I mean, look, it even has the tower in the center.
Yeah, you're
I
gonna
know.
fly, you're gonna fly this thing out
right here. Like, where's the battery I need to pull out? Like right there.
All right, so
Talking raccoon, or a raccoon that has been awakened, and a treant.
yeah. All right, so then we are going
Going to my
to.
campaign.
So while the other ones are in
Do
the
they
house,
unmanacle me when they put me in there?
yes, they do. They manacle you, ungag you, and unhood you.
I'm teleport.
Teleport to where? Outside the cell. Oh shit! I'm still in the jail.
Okay, so we are going to switch back to, I guess, Eula, while the other ones are in the house.
We're taking a short rest, or at least I am,
Okay.
to allow it to wear off and try to get. I'm gonna roll a hit die, maybe 2, to get points back.
Cool. All right, so you're gonna go and find Granlot.
Yep.
Okay. You can find Granlot in like a CD bar. Is he like a District 9 resident? I don't remember if we ever decided that, or.
I don't think we decided.
Oh, that's fucking lame.
We'll say.
Hello?
He was a guard in whatever district I was trying to rob at the time.
All right, let's see. Hold on.
In my backstory, I was trying to rob a merchant.
All right, so he's probably a guard in District 7.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to like work your way down to District 7, but he's in like, you know, kind of like the shady establishment in District 7. Like, you know, there's a bar that that he frequents that you know of.
Gotcha.
And he's like he spots you because he's pretty you know, he has pretty good situational awareness. He's like, what are you doing down here? I haven't seen you. And how are things going? You know, things for Sergeant Grandlot are going pretty well.
Oh yeah, good to hear. I don't know. Things could be better. I'll kind of lean closer and lower my voice. I get picked up by the guard.
So he's like, you need a. He's like, you need a drink there. We need to go over here. Like, he like grabs another drink from the bar and like takes you over to like a table in the back. Not like in the back, but like, you know, in a corner.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard about what's going down. What district was that?
9.
All that stuff. 9. Over in District 9.
It was 8.
No, it was in 9. You guys decided not to do it in.
No,
8.
we did it in 8 because we were going to rob the bank.
No. Oh, you did. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. No, I was totally confused. Apologies. Yeah. No, it wasn't 8.
So I don't know if you've heard about what happened in District 8. I don't know if it's still going down. I don't know what the deal is with the goblin thing. Do you know about that?
He's like, you were involved in that?
Yeah, but I guess the one who reported what was going to happen to the guards, she put in a good word for me, and so I had to go and turn myself in instead of helping out. And so they let me go. You know, on her word that I was, I don't know, a good sort or something. But one of our, somebody I know, not a goblin, but probably looked like a goblin at the time, may have been picked up by the guard along with the rest of the goblins. And I was just wondering if you might be able to tell me what might have happened to her.
He's like, oh shit, that person is fucked. If they looked like a goblin at the time, they probably got taken outside the city and their head chopped off and thrown in a pile and burned. If they happen to somehow not look like a goblin, most likely they're going to take that person and probably try to torture them and get information because my sources say that they made that that they're pretty pissed about this, and they're trying to find some information because apparently the perpetrator or the main guy that was trying to do this like got away, so they're trying to get some information out of some people, and they're where this person's going. They're not too, they don't pull their punches.
Gotcha. Well, so what would it take to help somebody get away from a place like that?
Well, that would be quite the task. That would require buying off several people. Probably, if I remember correctly, some guy's fake leg. We'd have to first, buy our way in there to even just like get down there and get our way out. We'd have to come up with some reason to find an excuse to that person needs to get out of there. Well, shit, we'd have to, the likes of me, I don't even have a pass to get into District 1. So the entrance to this thing's in District 1. So we're going to have to get a pass in District 1. We're going to have to buy off some expensive people to get down in there. It's probably going to take it's going to take some effort on their part. We're going to need to know. We're going to need to know some, guard rotations to make sure we figure out like who's, because my guys can figure out. If we can figure out who's there, we need to figure out like, how like we're going to need to try to like communicate with this person to like get them some information that they could say that they have that's like kind of pertinent that would get them.
And she's not helpless. She does stuff with magic. I couldn't tell you exactly what all spells she knows, but
magic's pretty useless down there.
Yeah.
Usually, sometimes I've heard that they can get away with tiny stuff, but I've heard if you cast magic down there, it hurts you pretty bad.
Oh.
But I think that if we could get our way into District 1, buy off a guard, if we could get her a piece of half juicy information that she could spout out to get her to tell, kind of like the torturers down there, then she might be able to like be afforded an audience to like that we could get her out of there. So we probably need some way to like, if you could, I'm trying to think like find an actual, I'm talking like a real animal mole or like a cockroach or something that you could like use your magic voodoo-y stuff to send a message down to this person.
Right. What if somebody? No, probably wouldn't go far enough.
Somebody that could speak with animals or
right,
communicate with animals or send animals on missions or something.
Yeah, we did have somebody who could do that sort of thing, but she was a bitch, and I'll probably kill her if I see her.
Now you have someone else who can do it.
I know, but do I know that?
You don't know that, no. But
so yeah, I don't know if I know anybody, but I can look around. I mean, I've got Whiskers here, but I don't think Whiskers is gonna do much. Hold up a pet mouse.
Can you tell Whiskers to go down, 15 flights of stairs and find a specific person? And
Whiskers pretty much just knows to eat what I put in front of it.
Probably not going to work then. So we're going to need to find somebody. So tell you what, I'll start trying to find the person that we can buy off. Mainly because I like you, and you got me this good gig as a sergeant. It's actually been pretty cushy job.
Glad that we were able to help you out like that. We could probably get a pass to District 1, maybe not a real one, but one that'll work.
Right. So yeah, if you go and find a person who could potentially send a message, through an animal, because pretty much I'm serious, like a cockroach or something that can dig through some ground or something. It's the only way you're getting a message in there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll see what we can scrounge up.
All right. So I'll be here.
Okay. Really do appreciate you helping out with the advice on this.
All right. So I guess to recap, you're gonna need to figure out you're gonna need to actually get a pass or forge a pass. He's gonna work on the person you're gonna buy off. So the price for that will come at some point, and then finding a person who's going to be able to like send an animal like a cockroach or a mole or something down there with a message.
Okay, so I head back to the house. Well, apparently they put Derka in a pretty bad place. Say even casting magic within there is usually causes damage to the person who cast it, so may not be a whole lot that she can do herself. But Greenlight does have an idea in mind. He said if we can just get a pass to District 1, I think we've got a discount with that one forger if we need to.
Yep.
that plus somebody who can, get animals to do things for them, or train animals or something like that, like a little mole or a cockroach or something like that. Somebody like, I guess, like Peridot. She could always get.
Mention her fucking name.
All right, sorry. But, we need somebody who can do that. Grandlot's going to find out who we need to pay off to find out about the guard schedules and get some information to help us get in there. And then we'll also need somebody's prosthetic eye.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know why I said that.
Okay, so yeah, we'll probably have to do the forgery, unless you think you're good enough to be able to steal a pass off of somebody. I guess, Nash, what kind of abilities do you have? Is there anything that you can do that might be able to help us bring our friend?
Oh, mate, I can turn into a small rat, sneak in there, pick the lock, release your friend, and then kill every bugger that gets between me and the exit.
I like Nash's plan. Let's go with that.
Yeah, you're welcome to try it.
Okay, Billy, roll a new character.
But okay, so discounting the end part of all of that, can you really turn into a rat?
Oh yeah, mate, it's delightful.
So there's your animal messenger.
Animals.
Wow.
I could convince an ape to bugger your mum. I could convince a crocodile to eat chocolates.
Well, I guess it's I guess it's up to you if you want to try going in there yourself. As long as you cast the spell outside. From what Grandlot said, I think that should be fine.
Oh, what you mean, a spell? It ain't a spell, it's just something I do.
Oh. Oh, okay. What is it you do then?
What, you mean turning into animals?
Right. I mean...
Or talking to animals?
Okay.
It's just a natural thing.
All right, well, that actually sounds like exactly what we need right now, so if that works out well. As far as the pass, yeah, I think for District 1...
have a lot of money. So if there's a possibility that we could potentially steal one, that's going to be the best. Either that or we're going to have to steal the money to buy the forgery. Because our heist didn't exactly go to plan. We did just steal some stuff from the goblins. I don't know if any of it's worth enough to be able to do what we need. But, I mean, we did get some loot.
Yeah, depending on what it is, we could always see if the forger is willing to take it in trade. We can probably get more for it that way than by fencing it.
Well, I think JJ needs to let us know what it is, because if it's something like rare or like cool or unique, the wizard might want it.
Okay. So you got this like crazy skull that none of you can identify. You got this. You got a like this like kettle pot that like none of you can identify, and you got so the skull's like a creature that you'd never have ever seen, but it looks really real. The kettle just looks like a kettle, and you're like, why is this important? And then Nash is like, that's the one that the demon used. It's gotta be special, man.
Goddamn goblins.
And then you got you got a like a so yeah, okay, and you got a wand.
Nice.
Okay, so
But you don't have any clue what it does or anything like that.
we can identify it. That's
Yeah.
just a matter of spending the time. We'd spend a short rest, like checking it out. So we can identify the wand. I'm not comfortable with selling the pot or the skull in ignorance. Like we should at least make sure that it's just a pot before we try to get rid of it. If it's just a pot, we're probably not gonna get much out of it anyway, so we'll just keep it in the house.
Should we check the magical properties of the pot?
But can any of you detect magic? Because Derka was our person that did that.
Let me take a look at it. Oh yeah, fine craftsmanship. That yeah. Seems to be made of some kind of metal. I was going to cast detect magic as a.
Right. Okay. So the wand is magical, but the other two things do not have any appearance of magical effect.
What kind of skull is it?
You don't know.
Does it look humanoid?
No, it's some kind of animal. It looks like it has like really big ass teeth.
Yeah.
It almost kind of looks like an alligator, but it has like some crazy ass horns. It's almost like a chimera. You can kind of like pick out a couple different animals, like kind of in the skull.
It's an infernal crocodile.
Is there like a museum in the city or something that would be like, look at this skull we found. You want it?
Well, see, that's what I like. I was afraid of taking it someplace like that because they might be like, "Yeah, we'll give you 10 gold for it," when they know that it's worth like 1,000 gold. We don't know it, so they're ripping us off.
Yeah, but
if we don't go in there letting them know it's for sale, and we're just like, "Hey, we found this skull. Can we pay you to tell us, what it was?"
That's possible. You all have never been to a museum.
I figure that.
We're about to go to District 1, so I'm
That's true.
sure we can find one.
There would probably be a museum in District 1, but you guys do not know of one. So if you guys were to, find one, or you'd have to like actively like figure out where one is, or
There's only that weird wizard.
yeah, so the weird wizard and the fence are the only people that you know of that like can like get rid of or find interesting things or buyers for interesting things. And you assume these are magical, so you'd probably figure that the wizard would be the best place for these.
Kind of hesitant to go to the wizard because he was really buddy with Peridot.
It's true. And he specialized in like cursed things, though. There's got to be another, wizard who has a shop around.
Yep, I mean, you guys are pretty certain that if you made it over to District 4, that you would be able to find somebody, but traveling into the area of like 345, that corner is not particularly easy, and they try to like keep riffraff out. So I mean, you'd have to like you think that you'd have to figure out how to get in there, but it wouldn't be too hard, but it would be like an effort. It's not like, hey, I just want to go to 4.
Right.
Is there like a directory of like shops or something that might be there though?
Yeah, I mean, you could find some there. You could find a directory.
We can always send like a pigeon there with like a missive and a drawing of the skull or whatever, and be like, we're looking for interested. We don't even have to say what it is. It could imply that we know, like,
I've never actually been in the wizard shop,
looking for offers.
so he doesn't know me.
Who?
I never entered the wizard shop at any point.
I entered once, but I was in a different looking appearance, assuming he couldn't see through the magic, which maybe he could. And I left before any of the stealing antics were noticed that I'm aware of.
I'm just curious. He might know of the skull, just having researched weird stuff. Yeah.
I mean, if you want to take it over there, that's fine. Just don't imply that it's for sale.
Right.
I'm better to not go because I stole from him, and I'm pretty sure he knows that it was me that did it.
I'll go, but as you can see, I'm a goblin.
Yeah,
Turn into
we're
it.
gonna have to do something about that because this town's really gonna have something against goblins for a long while now.
You should probably spend your time as a dog or something.
I can do that. Any of you guys got a disguise kit?
Yeah, you're not going to get goblin in it, are you?
I'm sorry, what?
You're not going to get goblin in my disguise kit, are you?
You know, I've taken offense to that. I don't know if I like you. Some people would see a little goblin in there as being an improvement.
I don't personally have anything wrong with goblins, but the city definitely is going to have a problem with goblins.
Well, I can run around as your dog then.
As a goblin, would you turn into a dog?
Oh.
I gotta piss. I'll be right back.
Right?
Yeah.
Goblins really fucking hate dogs.
All right, I would
What
turn
about
into
a
a big
cat?
rat.
They're
Or, you know, maybe something a bit larger than a rat, like a raccoon.
Oh, if I could turn into a raccoon, that would be special. Oh, man.
Can you still talk when you're in beast form?
Nope.
Because
Yeah.
that would be special.
I think that maybe we could work something out.
Like a ferret or a cat.
Ooh, Billy, turn into a Billy Bumbler.
Ooh, that'd be so fucking cool. I mean, we probably have around the same stats as a dog, right?
Yeah, they're a mix between a dog, raccoon, and badger.
Oh, man, if I was a Billy Bumbler, that would be so meta.
JJ won't even know what that means, but it would so play into the overlapping of the worlds if he became a Billy Bumbler.
That's awesome. Wow.
I'm assuming since Joe is not getting any kind of amusement out of it that he has not read The Dark Tower.
I've not done it yet, no.
Oh, man. You're missing quite possibly the best fantasy series ever.
All right, back. Sorry, what did I miss?
I put it in
Well,
the top.
we're trying to figure out what Billy needs to turn into to not be a goblin. We suggested not dog because goblins hate dogs, so he probably wouldn't even consider a dog. Then he said maybe a raccoon, which we found funny. And then I suggested a Billy Bumbler, which only Billy and I know what that is because we're the only ones that read The Dark Tower.
There's also cats and ferrets, you know.
But JJ, a Billy Bumbler is
A
essentially
snake?
is a cross between a dog, a badger, and a raccoon.
Oh, okay.
So it'd probably have the same stats as a dog, but thematically, if it were a Billy Bumbler, it would be one more connection between the worlds.
Like a crow or, I mean, pick something.
I can't do a flying creature yet.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys are down for the Billy Bumbler thing, that's here for a badger.
I really, really like Billy Bumbler. Plus, it's a Billy Bumbler.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about, that meta. They don't have dog in here. They've got a wolf,
What about a ferret?
a ferret. Let's see, ferret. D. Nope, no ferret. There's a flying snake and a frog for the Fs.
I actually have a list of like what druids can transform into and not based on CR and stuff or whatever.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You know, it looks like actually I could transform into something much, much nastier than a.
I know you could, but you're not going to walk around the city as a bear, Billy. I mean,
Well, no. But I mean, there's some that are still within reason. What do you think people would think about a giant boar?
a little weird.
They'd probably see their pig for the next pig roast.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Ooh, what about a goat?
I mean, people have goats. Like, people walk around with goats. Like, probably not in, like, district.
What's the challenge rating that you can shift into, Billy?
1.
1. Okay.
1 is pretty broad.
I mean, you can turn into like a dog and
No, goblins hate dogs.
oh, that's true. You probably would turn into a dog. I mean, you turn
A
into
tiger is apparently a challenge 1 creature.
Yeah, I can turn into a tiger, but I feel like for getting around town, I think a goat would be really cool.
Yeah, like actually a goat in the current district, you would feel would be like pretty standard, like pretty safe, like
Like a giant goat, CR 1/2 goat, or a regular
No,
goat?
just like a regular challenge goat.
like people in 9, 8, 7, and 6, like goats are in the streets, like it's not a big deal.
I mean, I could be a mouse in one of your all's pockets. I mean, if it needs to be.
What about a... let's see.
I could be a killer whale. No. Oh, what about a mastiff? That's
Yeah.
a dog.
That's a dog.
Pony? I could be a pony.
They also hate horses, though.
Motherfucking goblins.
Alright, you're a goat.
It could be
I
a,
like goat.
there's mules.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna be a goat for getting around town.
Okay.
I don't know that he's going to let a goat into his shop, but, you know.
Well, I don't necessarily have to go to the shop.
Can't you? You could be a snake, just like hang out on around my, shoulders or some shit.
That'd be pretty cool. Like a poisonous snake in case shit goes down.
If that's an option, I don't know.
Just like throw me at people.
What about a weasel, Billy?
Ooh, weasel. That fits my personality type.
You could be a weasel and just like sit on my shoulder. I don't know.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, man. All right. I'll do that. I get advantage on wisdom and perception checks that involve hearing or smell as a weasel. So I could be like looking out for trouble.
Okay. So what are you guys doing? Sorry, I was away and lost.
I'm gonna go show a skull and the wand and the pot to the wizard.
Okay. It's like. Okay, so you guys make it out of town, fairly easy. You guys obviously have changed back by this point. They, the guards, it's like super focused on, the mayhem that's going on. So you all get to the wizard. Who all is actually going to go?
Not me.
If Ramos wants me to come along, I can come and maybe possibly just like stay outside the shop in case something goes down, or I can come in if he wants.
Okay, so it's Ramos and Eula.
If Ramos wants me along.
Let's just say Ramos is indifferent. It's whether or not you want to get out of the house.
Okay. Yeah, I'll come and I'll just wait outside the shop.
Okay. So, Ramos, you get there, and the old guy. You've never been there. So he's like, what can I do you for, sir?
Found strange skull.
That is an interesting skull. There must be an interesting story behind this skull, for one probably does not come upon a skull like this just randomly.
Yes.
So please do tell. He's like, would you like something to drink while we talk about this interesting story? He's like, I have water, coffee, Wine, whiskey, beer, tea, whatever.
Whiskey. Yeah.
Okay, so he gets like really good whiskey, sits down, he's like, motions you to like a really comfortable chair, and he's like, starts smoking his pipe, and he's drinking the whiskey, and like you taste the whiskey, and it's like, really good whiskey. He's like, please tell me this interesting story.
Found cult of goblins. They were led by devils.
Ooh, okay, that is pretty detailed. He has only had like one sip of his whiskey. And he's like, do you happen to know the names of these devils, or do you know anything about them? It'd be interesting, to for story purposes.
Do I know what they claim
you
to be?
never learned. You probably would have learned the name of like the Goblin King. He would have given you a hobgoblin name.
Yeah.
So you probably could have told him that.
Devils pretending to be hobgoblins and goblins. Names were blah, this. Not sure if they're real names.
So definitely that's a hobgoblin name, not so much a devil name.
Yes, they're very tricky.
Okay, very well.
Made me do silly trials, but they fled, and I raided secret magic area.
And so you did. What you have before you is actually it's actually a devil skull itself. It is, from what I'm noticing, or pictures that I've seen, a devil that would be named Lucy.
Is it Lucy type of devil?
No, that's actually a specific name of a devil that lived long ago, fathered lots of other devils, or, mothered lots of other devils, caused a whole bunch of havoc, in, these ages past, but, ended up, dying, being killed, and, this, in the last great God War.
Lucy Devil's skull have great power?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. No one knows. I honestly only recognize it from some pictures. It's clearly Lucy, but it would take some study, which I am most interested in doing. So I will give you two options. I'll buy it as is. I will, or buy it as is, having no clue what it does. Shoot, it might not even do anything. It might be a worthless piece of bones. Two, you let me loan it to me, let me study it. I'll gain as much knowledge as I can from it and share that knowledge with you. And then you can go and use that knowledge however you want. Up to you. Yeah, you can think about it. I'm in no hurry.
I'll roll insight. Just see if he's lying to me.
You have pretty good insight. You would, okay. I mean, you would feel that he is, telling you the truth. Like he seems, fair. Like, mostly he's a knowledge guy. I mean, he can buy it up front from you, or he could study it. Like, he's interested in both of them. Like, he's interested in it, but he's not. You can tell that he's you know, not like, oh my god, I need this, no! Because he has no clue if it has any properties at all.
I let you study skull.
Alright, very well. And he
Also
like,
have magic stick.
alright, so he says he like goes out and like shakes his hand on it, he's like, I am a man of my words, so
Okay.
he like shakes his hand on it, okay?
So also found magic stick and pot. I think goblin is dumb, but he said devil use pot.
Ooh, okay, no, definitely the pot. He looks at the pot first and he says, now this is definitely something I'm interested in. This is definitely a pot for which has a strong apt to make poisons and cursed, you know, beverages, cursed, drinkables. So I am, he says it doesn't show magic, but he scrapes like the inside of it, and he's like, can you see magic?
No.
Okay, well you can't, but on my finger right here, he scrapes like the inside of it. He's like, there is magic in this pot. He says, this is something I will definitely take off your hands if you are wanting to sell.
How much?
He says, oh shit. And down.
You disappeared with it.
Yeah, I have a back button on my mouse, and I hit the back button. He says 200 gold.
Oh,
Done.
Trying to see if I have any skills that would make me think that's a good or bad deal, or
Probably, most likely not. But let's look.
I think that would just be.
Arcana, which you have you would
No.
think, okay, I have no clue.
I think insight is the only thing you can do just to like gauge whether you think he's trying to cheat you, just by based on his body language or whatever.
now does this count as a magic item then, or it just has magic in the pot?
I mean, your character probably would not know. If you had Derka could probably tell you. But Ramus would probably not know.
Is the goblin on my shoulder?
Sure. Yeah.
Billy?
Yeah, Nash can be on your shoulder.
That's right.
So
Let's see.
this is the part where you either
That's true.
if you're gonna check my sale at 200 by I don't know, biting me or something.
Do I know
This is the moment.
low number or high number? Or,
what is your knowledge arcana?
nah, it's not modified. It's like a +3.
Plus 3? Okay.
Sorry, +2.
Okay. You getting that, Billy?
Yeah.
Okay. So Billy, not Billy, Ramos, you get bit.
So then I decide. I say, maybe I sell it to you later.
Okay.
I have
well.
another question.
All right.
I have magic stick.
All right.
But you didn't have to take that one with you. We could have identified that one ourselves if we wanted.
Oh, well, I don't know. Did I or did I not? That's the question.
I mean, I had said that we should probably spend the short rest to identify it ourselves when we were at the house.
Well, fine. I didn't bring the stick.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
All right. You study Skull, and I come back to talk about Skull and maybe sell you pot.
Okay.
Deal?
Very well.
And what's this guy's name? What is? I am Ramos. You are.
Ah, shit, I should probably give him a name by now.
All right. Well.
Oh no, I
someone-
did give him a name. He is fuck.
Fuck. Yeah.
That's a strange name.
Strong name.
Strong name.
What else
No,
can-
he is Borgin.
Borgin.
Yeah.
That's right, because Jorgen Borgen Birdie Bear. I remember that.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. So Ramos goes back to the house, with the pot, but not with the skull.
He comes in without the skull, but like, I said not to sell it.
Did not sell.
Where is it?
Being studied.
I don't trust that old fart.
I trust old fart.
You're too trusting. You hang out with me.
I do not
We can
entirely
change that.
trust you.
Stab.
I trust you to be you, but not with many things.
I'm hurt. You trust the old geezer over me.
In different way.
All right.
Pot has magic in it. And Weasel bit me.
Oh yeah. So I guess Nash, you probably turn back to a goblin at this point.
Cool. I will. I'll explain how I think that pot was worth a lot more than 200 gold.
Like,
Like, how much more?
200 gold's a lot of gold.
Yeah. Well, I think it's worth 4 or 5 times that.
Well, I mean, magic items are like priceless. I mean, if it's a magic item versus something that has magic dust in it, that's, a whole different story.
So, do we want to like counter offer him, or just try to go somewhere else and sell it?
Well, I just didn't know enough about it to do it. So I was like, well,
Maybe we get Derka out first and get her decision on it, because
you might need to sell it to get Derka out. I mean, you're talking about some serious bribes here.
maybe. Well, we're gonna. I think the idea was that we were gonna steal the pass. We still got to find out how much we have to pay off the guard.
Yep. Yep.
I was just saying, let's not start selling off things that are much more valuable than they are until we find out how much money we need to raise. If it turns out they're like, you need 200 gold to bribe the guard, we're like, well, shit.
All right, Derka, rot in prison.
That's true. It's probably worth finding out just before we are trying to make any decisions what the forger wants for a District 1 pass with our 20% discount.
Yeah, doesn't hurt to at least know how much he would charge us, but
Exactly.
if it's something like stupid low, then we won't worry about it. But
Right.
if it's high, then we want to try and steal one.
Okay, cool. All right, so it's 11. So that is where we will